Zach, it's been too long because we took last week off for spring break that I've had so much rage pent up because I wasn't able to yell at you.
You've been rage constipated for
I've been
days.
rage constipated that this past week I have yelled at no less than 3 people, like really let them have it.
And honestly, that's kind of a low point for you, right?
No,
you normally yell at many more people.
Oh, yes.
Many more people yelled at.
Yeah, but I really let them have it. Like, people have really been letting me down lately, and I'm just like over it.
Indignation is a muscle. If you don't use it,
that's right,
you lose it.
Yeah, I had to yell at my former lawn service company because they were like, "Why aren't you renewing?" And I was like, I already told you why I'm not renewing. One, because they kept using chemicals on my lawn and I told them not to.
Which ones?
Bad ones.
Name names.
And they kept giving my dog like hot spots.
Oh, that's awful.
And I yelled at them, and then afterwards, and then also I was like, it's so easy, just don't use the chemicals.
No, that's the thing. That acid really makes the grass shine.
And they're like, no, we really, really want to put poison on your yard.
We're really
and they
into
just
it.
was like. And so, and then, but they wouldn't, and I had already told them this and they wouldn't stop calling. So I was like, you know what? I got time today. And I answered and I just let them have it. Cause I was like, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to
ruin your day.
And then a person, I'm going to be a little vague about this, but a person who, I rely on for regular appointments for my children, for one of my childs, is like, has canceled more appointments than we've had. So we've been seeing this person since December. Well, no, we wanted to see that person in December, but they kept canceling. And so we've seen this person since January. So that's like 3 months. We've had 5 cancellations and 4 appointments, actual appointments. And I rescheduled my whole day the other day to fit in a reschedulation. That's how mad I am. I'm making up words.
I'm becoming a cast member.
And then
Wicked.
I got a call to reschedule because this person couldn't show up again. And I was like, that's it. I have time. And then I like rolled up my sleeves and got to work. Yeah, it was serious. And then my tax office like failed to file my taxes, but filed an extension for me. And I was like, why would you not file my taxes, but ask for an extension? So everybody's hearing it from me. Everyone. And now you're going to hear it too.
I have come to, like the Christ child, I have come for the sins of the tax collector and the...
I dare say.
And the deadbeat dad.
You know what? I beg people to try it with me these next couple. Just try it. Just come say hi to me. Just come knock on my door.
They're ready.
Just come knock on my door and see how it goes for you.
Lyz, this is, while we've been out, there was a whole madness competition that came to a conclusion, right?
So it came to a conclusion today. So Dingus Madness.
Tell me about it. Remind me what Dingus Madness is.
Dingus Madness is where we have a tournament to crown the ultimate Dingus champion. Now, you know we crown Dingus of the Year. We do a Dingus of the Week. But Dingus Madness is basically March Madness, where we pit the people who leak war plans on Signal against the people who shoot puppies, right? And
sometimes it's the same person.
And sometimes it's the same person. Imagine like Kristi Noem and like a Jeff Goldberg, like glasses, nose, mustache combo. Like,
it's been interesting ever since she left the Trump administration. Right. Jeffrey Goldberg's got a lot more prolific. What's with that?
Jeff, those lips. Those lips are looking juicy. The
hairline has gotten better, Jeff. We love
to see it. Sexy. But so this is the Dingus Madness Tournament. It is put together by friend of the newsletter, Bo Anderson, who's done this for 3 years. And so today we announced the winner, and the Dingus Madness is really like a people's choice. People get to vote in these brackets head to head. Bo organizes Who Goes Against Tombst. They were diabolical matchups this year.
Nasty matchups,
and I'll say he even gave us some extra matchups at the end because there were just too many that were
bonus matches.
They were some bonus matchups. So are you ready to hear who the winner of the Dingus Madness tournaments were?
Lyz, my body is ready.
And I will say we got so many votes. We probably got more votes than what the Iowa primary is going to get. I'm just saying.
Dingus hit the floor. The dingus hit the floor.
Never sing to my face ever again. The final matchup for the championship, derogatory, was Pete Hegseth versus RFK Jr. And who do you think took it away?
So who do I think took it away? It's got to be the guy who just asked for $200 billion to fund a war that nobody voted for.
The man who's never met a war crime he didn't want to do.
It is him.
Mr. Pete Hegseth himself. And
I was worried the vaccine baddie might have gotten it. Might have stolen it away.
The guy who's like, why don't we do a little light polio?
If Dingus of the Year is the the grand accounting of a person's total dingusry of the year, I think of Dingus Madness as being, what did the dingus do on the court? Right.
Yeah.
It's about putting in the hours.
I just think Pete Hegseth has really in the past 2 years has just really come from, Fox News yapper, right? MAGA yapper,
right,
to war crime dude.
Real rookie of the year energy. I mean,
he probably got put on the cabinet because Donald Trump saw Air Bud and was like,
there's no rule that says this idiot can't play basketball.
That's right.
That this guy can't run our wars.
If a dog can play basketball, this guy can do our war crimes. And
Air Bud rules.
He has. And we're making a joke, 100 girls are dead.
That's so true.
And
so true.
And it's awful. And if there is an afterlife, I hope this man never knows peace. Absolutely never knows peace. And I know he believes in a God, and I hope that God hates him.
We are sinners in the hands of Pete Hegseth's angry God.
I hope Pete Hegseth's God chews him up and spits him out back down to the hell where he belongs. Dick Cheney
Get in line. God, get in line. I think there's a lot of us that want to take a swing.
Dick Cheney walked so this man could drunkenly stumble into war crimes. So Pete Hegseth, he won the 3rd annual FIFA Peace Prize Dingus Madness Tournament.
Congrats.
Do you want to hear
GG. So GG Pete.
So there was the matchup for 3rd place.
Okay.
Turd place. That's what Bo kept calling it. It's kind of good. It's a little goofy.
I'll take it.
And that pitted Pam Bondi against Andrew Tate. And this one was a little bit of an upset for me because Pam Bondi won.
Oh.
It wasn't even close.
Really?
Pam Bondi won with 500 votes over 193 for Andrew Tate. And let's just keep in mind that Andrew Tate has actually done some alleged, actual rapes.
Yeah. Some actual alleged rapes. Sorry, I got to call my lawyer real quick to figure out the sentence construction. No, it sucks. Really bad
he's
dude.
Actually a horrible person. And what I think is probably name recognition here is what's probably winning.
Yeah.
I'm going to go easy on the people because
And Bondi's pretty bad too.
Yes, but it does bring up that age-old question is who's worse, the rapist or the person who protects a rapist?
Such an important.
And I say it's 2026. They can all go to hell. We don't have to decide.
We can lock
hate
up
them
our
all.
rapist and
And the
coverage
people who
up, too.
protect. Yeah, I think that
Love
that
it.
is. There was a bonus round called the Kentucky Kerfuffle. Listen, Kentucky, we were not picking on you. It was just funny that there were two high-ranking teams from Kentucky, and that was Mitch McConnell and Kim Davis, the clerk who wanted to not give marriage licenses to the gays. Boo. We support the gays here.
So I gotta ask, was it the Space Cadet or was it Kim?
It was Turtle Boy himself. Mitch McConnell won.
My Kentucky home. My Kentucky home boy, man.
Yeah, I think that that's the right. And there was a bonus round, a Maha Melee. where we pitted I say we like I did any of this.
Thank you, Bo.
Where Bo pitted RFK Jr.'s brainworm against Dr. Oz.
Honestly, I don't know who could beat the other in a
It wasn't
arm
even
wrestle.
close. Who could beat the other in an arm wrestle? Well, the worm is dead. And
allegedly.
The reason we're pissed at the worm is because it died before taking out its op. You know?
Yeah, work harder.
Work harder.
It's
worm.
about gains.
It's about grind. It's about hustle. It's about power. It's about drive. I fucked that one up so bad.
Is that The Rock? That's the Dwayne.
Dr. Oz won. I know.
Y'all did the worm dirty.
Yeah.
Y'all did that worm dirty.
And then there was a matchup of the grossest gunk. Milk versus Burning Man. I just want to say all the matchups, to qualify for these matchups, you have to have been named Dingus of the Week at least one time in the past 5 years and not have won the tournament before. Because it would be really boring if Elon Musk won every year, you know? So we got to take out those winners. It's like
Elon's a fuckboy is implied.
Yeah, and it's like,
implied.
It's the same reason, like, when I do Dingus of the Year, I'm not going to make it Donald Trump every year, guys. That is so boring. So
the fuck Donald Trump is implied.
Yeah, I think it's always implied, right? Like, let's talk about other things. Yeah. And I also, actually, real quick aside, Lydia Polgreen had this really great op-ed in the New York Times. But it's something I've argued too, that Donald Trump becomes a convenient scapegoat for the problems of America. Like, it's not just him. These are deep-seated problems, and it's convenient to blame him. But, like, if we knock him out, the problems still exist. And to the CIA who is listening, I'm not advocating violence against the president.
This was kind of the thesis of More Perfect. Was it the Roman Mars show? What can Trump teach us about con law? Right. Which is like all these problems are endemic to the system. Yes. Trump is like an exploratory character, yes. Someone who incites, who heightens, but you know, these were all issues that were kind of like baked That's into the pie.
So who won between the grossest gum?
Sorry. People hate milk these days.
Milk,
which I think is undeserved. I think milk
because milk joined the team of Maha. I've always hated milk, by the way.
Not all milk. Hashtag not all milk.
Well, the people agree because they all voted for Burning Man, which makes sense.
Good for y'all.
Milk does have redeeming characteristics. You can add booze to it and make a White Russian. You can use it to make cheese. You can make a delicious milk-based bread. What has Burning Man ever done except create the most annoying men in the world who have Chinese character tattoos and wooden beaded necklaces, who corner you in a bar.
Big ups for Chinese character tattoos.
Tell you about how they think being monogamous is like fascism. Like, these men are terrible, and they all go to Burning Man. And so I think that one wasn't even close. It was 500 to 193.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's because these freaking Midwesterners really love their milk. You guys are wrong, though. Wrong.
I'm here for you. Whole milk forever, whole milk for life. Hello and welcome to the Dingus of the Week, a weekly show where we inspect the American orchestra and ask, but can you play chopsticks? I'm Zachary Oren Smith. I write about politics for Iowa's Starting Line. I'm here with, you know her, you love her, Lyz Lenz, the author of the author of the Dingus of the Week newsletter. This podcast is the audio second course of the newsletter's visual fee. Sign up at its home on patreon.com/Lyz Lenz, spelled LYZLENZ. And wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, you can help us support by liking and subscribing over on our YouTube. Lyz, can you tell me a little bit about why liking and subscribing over there is so important?
Well, Zach, thank you so much for asking that very important question.
So important.
As a journalist, you really are good at the question.
The hard stuff.
So when you like and subscribe, it helps us beat the evil algo that doesn't like new podcasts that talk liberally about politics. As we keep learning, the algo discriminates against us. So if you hit that like button, you help us get discovered by new listeners. If you share it, that helps us get discovered by new listeners. And this is free. We're doing it for the people. We do this because we love it. We are not making money off of this podcast at all. We're having a good time here. And so any little like, any little share, any little rating or subscribe or anything helps us just get into the ear holes of more people. And that's really helpful.
Ear holes, terrible, truly horrific. I like to think that smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button is like if you don't like the dingus that's focused on in that episode, smashing that like button is kind of like giving them what's for.
That's right. You can't punch Pete Hegseth, but you can like this podcast.
And
you can do both. I'm not your mom.
The more you know. Rate and review us over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's just another way to differentiate this podcast, to make it, get it in front of more folks. Share this episode in a group chat near you. Organic growth is really where a lot of the growth for podcast comes from. So make sure you share it with people who you think might enjoy the show. And of course, become a patron of the Dingus Arts at patreon.com. Have a dingus of your own. You have the ability to send us a voicemail of you just laying into that very bad guy from work, that awful ex-husband, that terrible, terrible child. Memo.fm/dingus. Don't send us your child.
Yeah.
Maybe your firstborn.
Or the kid who's mean to your kid.
Yeah, fuck that. Jeremy. Fuck you, Jeremy.
I beef with so many kids.
Off camera, if we would turn on this recording button a little faster, the number of kids that Lyz lays into
right
crazy.
Before I was actually bitching about an annoying kid that is not my child.
And so if you want that kind of attention for Jeremy the terrible, leave us a voicemail, memo.fm/dingus. Leave a voicemail and it might just make it to this very show. Now, Lyz, who's the dingus of the week?
Hey, Zach. Do you like flying? Do you like airplanes? Do you like travel?
Do you like airplane? You're doing a Jerry Seinfeld. Airlines. What do you think of these airlines flying? There are rooms, but they fly through the air. What's with it? Save me.
Never. He's going down like a Boeing plane.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, rest in peace those fucking pilots. And was it New York?
Oh,
do you remember that?
The LaGuardia crash. So
start us out with a bummer.
Yeah, it's not good. So it's airlines, airports, everything is really bad. And this week it got a little worse because, and you gotta hand it to Donald Trump, because if you're looking at an America where airports are already bad, right? Like air traffic control doesn't have enough people. They're not getting paid enough. It's a overstressed job. Airlines are, like where Pete Buttigieg was like trying to like institute all these protections for travelers under Biden. Trump gets into office, and then Sean Duffy from The Real World or Road Rules is like, hey, what if the road had no rules? And the air too. And like yanks back all those protections. Yeah. And so now everything's just getting a little worse. And then Sean W's like, hey, everything's bad, but also now wear a suit on the airplane. And it's just flying is just full of just a constant stream of indignities, right? Like
Really?
you got to stand in line. You got to get groped by TSA.
I gotta unshod these dogs,
That's
which
right.
truly no one asked for that.
If you have a last name that, sounds like you could handle the spicy salsa, immediately you're on a list.
Straight to jail.
You're on a watch list, right? And then, you have to like get herded onto a plane. Holsteins have more dignity than humans do on these airplanes. And then once you get on a plane, like, I don't even care if a baby cries, because at least a baby crying on an airplane is honest about the state of air travel in America.
The babies get it.
The babies get it. It's the men who, I know podcasts are an audio medium, but we do have some video, and I'm going to do like a man sitting on an airplane like this. And I elbow men now when I'm on airplanes. I'm like, get over. I will. I'll be like, move your leg.
It's a hard elbow. I
do.
I've been hit by it a couple of times.
I will be like, move your leg, slap them. Do you know what men do sometimes on airplanes? They will fall asleep.
What do the men do, Liz?
They have fallen asleep and their heads have fallen on my shoulder. Why?
Sometimes you fall asleep and you don't have
your head falls on a stranger's shoulder. Sometimes. I have slapped their heads.
I think that if your head falls on a stranger's shoulder, they are entitled to deal with your head however they choose.
That's exactly right. I will concuss you. I will concuss you.
I am a sleepy boy that forgets my neck pillow on flights.
I don't care. If your head touches a stranger, no.
I try to nod off like this and like.
I have slept on so many flights. I never bring a neck pillow because I think they're bullshit. They don't help my neck.
How do you support your
neck? I have never dropped my head on a stranger.
I have accidentally dropped my head on a stranger.
Then you deserve prison. And was that stranger a woman? Because I have never seen a man accidentally drop his head on another man's shoulder.
I nuzzle in. I nuzzle in. I say,
well, as long as it's equal opportunity.
I say, ooh, is that a wool? Is that a wool coat? Ooh.
I hate it. Well, in the middle of all this, the only thing that could make this worse, a prepubescent boy with a AR-15. And so Trump decided, because these like lines are long at the airports because TSA isn't currently being paid.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a partial government shutdown. Right. And there is a partial government shutdown because Democrats and Republicans are fighting over an immigration bill where Democrats are like, hey, when ICE is out murdering people, maybe they should do it with cameras on their vests and no masks. Yeah. And the Republicans are like, no. And the Democrats are like, yes. And then in the meantime, TSA is not getting paid, and they haven't been paid for over 90 days.
Totally, because DHS, TSA, and is it Border Patrol is what ICE is housed in, both in the same budget.
Customs and Border Patrol,
both in the same budget, and so by withholding, there are these reservations about kind of ICE, how we are regulating ICE, the extent to which they have to be masked or not. In the meantime, TSA, the Trump administration is pointing to, the Democrats are holding up TSA funding, right? That's a way to like trying to put some screws on some of those Democratic votes, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I love that, like, that means I hate it, that like the Democrats are like, hey, we don't like how ICE is murdering people with masks on. So you take those masks off when you murder us. You murder us and look us straight in the eyes. Yeah. It's like, wow, thank you, Chuck Schumer. It would be so nice.
It was the costume that was the problem, not the citizen murdering.
And it's just like, and so there's this big fight going on. So TSA hasn't been, and it's not like TSA agents were being paid that much anyway. And so TSA agents haven't been paid for 90 days. So many of them aren't showing up to the job because they can't afford to. Mm-hmm. There was an article in Curbed where they interviewed a TSA agent who was like, I'm going on food stamps. I don't even have kids.
Wow.
This is just a single person who can't afford their life. And then in the middle of all this, Trump's like, I know, I'll send in ICE agents to help. So here is the logic, okay? you're sending in ICE agents to airports to help TSA during the shutdown that is happening over ICE funding because ICE can't stop murdering people.
Yes.
And you're sending them in to do the job that TSA isn't being paid for because they can't stop murdering people.
That's right. Make it make sense.
Yes. This is like asking the gun to go operate on the bullet wound next to the doctor who is now working for free.
Yeah.
And it's like, what kind of world are we living in where now we're all of a sudden every American is like, I am now on the side of TSA, right? The guy who once groped me because I look a little brown is now my friend. You know, like this is, let me quote friend of the newsletter and comedian extraordinaire, Josh Gondelman, who posted the other day. He wrote, America is in such a shambles that people are actively rooting for TSA, an organization that normally has the same approval rating as Athlete's Foot.
Tom Homan, the border czar, said, we're doing a security function at the airport. We're going to look for human trafficking, sex trafficking, money smuggling. The needs that I had was to get the guy sitting next to me to put on earphones when he's listening to music. It was doing something, maybe dealing with the trafficking myth of the leg room that I keep getting sold by airlines, or about maybe doing something about airlines smuggling the money out of my fucking wallet every time I try to fly on a plane.
It takes about 6 months to train a TSA agent.
Is that true?
Yes.
6 months.
It takes 6 months to train a TSA agent.
How long does it take to train an ICE agent?
The only training you need for an ICE agent is passing the sociopath test and failing the marshmallow test.
What is the marshmallow test?
That's the marshmallow test where they like would they'd put children in a room and they'd say, here's a marshmallow. If you eat the marshmallow now, or don't, they'd say, here's a marshmallow. You're in the room alone with a marshmallow.
Uh-huh.
Don't eat the marshmallow. And if you don't eat the marshmallow, when we come back, you can have 2 marshmallows. And it was like,
how many kids pass that test?
I don't know. And it was also debunked later,
kind of,
because it was like the kids who passed the marshmallow test were like more successful because they had like more, self-control and stuff like that. So this is what we in the business call a joke, Zach. But you have to.
I'll let it pass.
Open the schools.
It is a hell of a PR move, I think.
No, that's exactly. So I was reading this CNN article, and I don't think this is a tinfoil hat moment. I was reading a CNN article that was quoting Donald Trump that was saying, because all these pictures of ICE agents in the airports, they don't have masks on.
Yep.
And which is like, that's one of the fights right now why we're not funding TSA is because the Democrats are like, take those masks off. And then Donald Trump's like sending them into the airports and now they don't have masks on. And Donald Trump was like, yeah, I'm asking them to take their masks off so that they seem friendlier. And now there's these pictures of TSA agents, or I'm sorry, ICE agents, and they're not doing anything except standing around, maybe handing out water bottles. And it's like, this is actually a PR move. This is a PR move to make people forget about the murders.
I think it's free PR for the TSA, right? You've got all these, you've got these like prepubescent ICE agents rolling around doing nothing, and then you've got like what seems like really effective TSA agent. It's making the bureaucrat look powerful. It's
making security theater look functional, and you're just like, wow. Imagine being so dysfunctional that you make one of the most dysfunctional things in America look functional.
We've been hammering ICE for this like ridiculous 47 days of training that they receive. But like, who better? I mean, to watch like a TSA agent like use their like dictate how to search a bag, how to grope a passenger.
Yeah.
like they're getting like straight from the like truly grizzled mouth of a TSA bureaucrat how to like do the real work.
I think like ICE is so bad that they make, like, when they're in cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, and Portland, you go there and you hear residents start rooting for the local cops. Like, they're like, ICE is so bad, we would rather get shot by our local police.
Yes, bring them back.
As God intended.
Right.
than the stupidest kid who failed remedial geometry, right? Like ICE is so bad, we're all begging to die the American way, which is not being able to afford our health care.
Yeah, take this boot off me and get well-marked Blue Cross Blue Shield's boot back on me.
That's right.
Like,
that's
come
right.
on.
Make medical debt great again. It's just like, it's so bad. But I do think this is like Donald Trump sending them in, making them take their masks off is supposed to be ICE PR. And I don't think that that's a tinfoil hat moment. Like, I was reading that article and he was basically saying like, yeah, I asked them to take their masks off and I want people to see them doing another function. And it's just like, wow, what a shithole country we have.
They're going in and doing something they're qualified to do, which is to pass out free water. I think this is the reality of like the immigration argument, right?
I wouldn't trust them to drink water. I would trust them to freeze water.
The thing that we because we have built an immigration argument in this country around rapists and murderers instead of like the actual bureaucratic work of trying to create a functioning border, a functioning customs service. This is what they should be doing, right? We should be sending many more people to help the cogs of our border system work, right? I actually think this is really good to have bureaucrats that don't actually. If we would focus less on like the pointy end of immigration and more on the paperwork that's required to get through a border, this would be a better system, but we're not doing that.
Research after study after study has shown immigrants are good for America. Immigrants in your neighborhood lowers crime.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we still have Democrats in this country who will go on stage and say, yeah, we also deport, immigrants. It's like, no.
Come on, Hillary.
Bring them in. Shut up. Yeah.
Come on, Hillary. We deported more.
Deported more.
We're the party of deportation. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, bring up. Like, what is going on, guys? Stop this. And then stop this, like, neoliberal, like, actually, I'm rooting for the local cops. All cops can be bad. Hey, guess what? Like, we don't have to. Like, let's take a breath. Calm down. Everybody can be bad.
So
go drink a Diet Coke.
So big ups, big W for the TSA. Big L for literally everyone else.
We're all losing. I also want to add as like a little fun, cute little aside for this conversation, which is like, and I also think this like exposes something fun about the internet, which is like friend of the newsletter, an incredible journalist, Megan Greenwell, was flying out of LaGuardia, a hellhole right now, and she snapped a picture of ICE agents at LaGuardia, posted them on Blue Sky. And I'll show this to you. You can show it to the people. And it was this picture right there. You've seen this picture, right?
I have.
And it was let me just describe it. It's
Connor and
it's Connor and
Trevor. And Lucas. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Trevor and Aiden. Actually. It's Aiden and Braden.
Aiden and Braden showed up for their first flight.
They look like they they look like they are in shop class.
It looks you know what they look like? I've seen these kids. These are the unaccompanied minors that are like kind of working their way through LaGuardia. Yes.
They look like they are traveling to go spend 1 month with their dad who divorced their mom and then moved that like 7 states away, and then gripes on his Bumble profile about how his wife, poisoned his children against him or whatever. Like these boys look like they can't even grow a mustache. Like these
It's harder than it looks. Harder than it looks.
It says mustache privilege over here. And so she snaps this pic, and I didn't even know she had taken this picture. It goes immediately viral because it is just it looks like two boys in like ICE agent flak jackets walking idly through LaGuardia, and it goes immediately viral. It's everywhere. People are like, why are children in ICE? Snopes has to people are like, oh, it's fake. Snopes has to debunk it. Like, no, it's actually real. Other journalists had like taken pictures of these same men. They are of ICE age apparently, and now it has fully jumped the train to where the Department of Homeland Security tweeted the picture to say we support our ICE agents, because like people they
tweeted her picture.
Yes, that to be like we support our boys, and it's just like it has gone, and it's incredible because now like if you find this picture on Reddit, it's like the locus of like conspiracy theories, and people are calling it AI generated, and it's just. And it's incredible, and I didn't even know that somebody I knew had taken that picture. I'd seen it like 4 or 5 times, and I'd even seen the Snopes article. And when I was reading the Snopes article, I was like, Megan Greenwell, I know that I was at her birthday party. Like
Aiden and Braden, this is a message to you.
Yeah,
get a real job.
Well, I don't know if you've heard about this, but because of DEI, men can't get real jobs.
It's been so tough out here for my people.
It's been so hard.
My people.
For men. Yeah, it turns out when you tank the economy, boys can't get jobs.
Liz, let's take a little break.
Let's take a little break.
While you're listening, would be a pretty good time to think about all the ways that there are to support a budding show like this, primarily by going over to Men Yell at Me, the newsletter, and I don't know, throwing $5, maybe $10 a month at it. Liz, you and your people like Bo, the archivist, have spent so much time putting together Dingus Madness this year, and for me it's been a lot of fun because the news sucks. It is such a hard hang to keep reading and keep staying in tune, keep our attention on these important stories, given their gravity. And it's for me, it's been like a way for me to like kind of deflate a little bit of the tension that I bring to every news day.
Yeah, it's that logic of like calling the emperor naked,
right?
Kind of like takes away some of its power. And I really kind of go back and forth on, the dingus of the week, especially as the news gets grimmer and grimmer. Mm-hmm. But we have this Discord where people talk, and I would say like some of the best stuff that comes out of the dingus of the week does come from the community. Yeah. Like the Dingus Madness Tournament, I did not create this, right? This was a community organized thing. Like it began as a little joke in the comment section, and then Bo ran with it. The first year, respect to Bo, but he did the voting on this like janky website where people had to like do like, that like third party factor off to like, prove that you're not a bot. But people were still voting. Like to show you the dedication, they were like, this sucks, but I am so locked in on voting. And then it's like he's changed it, and then this year I don't even know. My brain doesn't even work in the logical, like doesn't work in a logical, organized fashion. But he's figured it out, and it's this like beautiful thing. And that's just all from the community, and that's all from this newsletter. And I would love to take credit for it, but I haven't. And I think that's just one of the beauties of good spaces on the internet, of what there are so few of these days. There's so many places on the internet are toxic, are full of hate, full of mean-spirited gossip. And I think we've created in our Discord, in this newsletter, is something that is positive, something that is full of hope, full of joy. And even in the bad times, you know, we're thinking analytically, we're thinking clearly, and we're thinking with a clear moral voice. And not everybody agrees. You know, it's not like it's just a bunch of people who are like of one mind being like, derp, 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 derp. I published something about religion last week and not super popular, but I think it's I think it's something we're thinking about. Yeah. And you know, it's something worth conversing about, even if not everybody is going to be on board. And that's fine.
Times are tough. Invest in people-powered institutions working to bring you information, commentary, thinking about the world around us.
And community. Yeah.
Let's get back to the show. And we're back.
Hey,
Lyz.
Zach?
Yes?
Every once in a while, it's fun to think about the dinguses of the past and what they've done lately.
Dinguses of the past.
Where are they now?
Where are they now?
Where are they now? Bari Weiss was Dingus back in October. Dingus of the week back in October.
Is it Bari? I've been saying Bari for so long.
Doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why are we doing her the respect of pronouncing her the name when she can't even...
I like Bari.
Where she can't even report the news, where she can't even report the news accurately. Why are we going to say her name correctly? So, you know what? If she's got a problem with it, she can leave us a memo at memo.fm/dingus. Yeah.
Send it, Bari.
Yeah, and then eat our whole asses. So, but
our whole asses, our collective asses,
our whole asses. So I'd love to, a little update on her life since October. She's absolutely eating shit.
Yes, she is.
She's failing so spectacularly, and a move that everyone saw coming and absolutely everyone predicted. Former Dingus of the Week winner Bari Weiss is failing at her new job running CBS. Absolutely just falling on her face, eating it. Ratings are up at every other viewership. Is up at every other network except CBS.
Is that true?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. Reported by Status News first. It's like every bold move she's made, like capitulating to Trump on the 60 Minutes thing, hosting cheeky little debates like, should the females have rights?
There was the Erica Kirk town hall.
Yes. Should Erica Kirk look at the camera? No, she should not. Wait, did you see that?
Druski, we'll get there. Save it. Save it. We'll get there.
Turns out that bold vision of the Pam bondification of news failed.
Solid. Pam bondification hits that hits my ears just right. That's good.
Thank you.
Solid.
Thank you. I'm actually clever.
The Pam bondification. Anyway.
The Pam bondification of news. Turns out it's not working. Shocking. And it's like
Pam bondage of the news.
Don't try to improve on a joke I already did. Typical male behavior. Typical male behavior. I make a perfect joke and he's got to take it. And he's got to I swear to God.
And I'm going to
swear to God.
Sign me up. Sorry, the Peabody's mine now, Lyz.
He's gonna take that joke.
Ooh, and I'm gonna use it to buy my.
He's gonna be like, and then everybody's gonna laugh.
Everybody's gonna be like, Zachary, you're so funny. Your Pam bondage joke is so good.
It's Pam bondification. First of all,
we'll see.
You.
Let us know in the voicemails. Who's the real thing?
Everyone knows.
Tell me more about Bari.
Okay. So the Elizabeth Holmes of media sucks ass. And I have an idea for her.
What do you got?
So everything's so bad. What if she calls in ICE?
to sit side by side with the few remaining journalists in the newsroom.
That's right. I'm sure they would appreciate it.
It's like you need a water bottle. What? Don't move so quick. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Zach, you're laughing? You're laughing. The worst person in the world who's not qualified for her job is sucking shit at it, and you're laughing.
I love it. I love watching normie news CBS get like burnt to the ground.
Can I say too, there's this like weird blue sky brain conspiracy theory that's like, that was the plan all along. The Ellison brought her in so that she could tank it, and it's like, if he wanted to shut down the news, he could just shut down the news. Why is it so hard to believe that there is actually a billionaire class that believes that this is what people want and that they're stupid? It's so much harder. This happened during Trump 1. He would do stupid shit. Everybody would do stupid shit. And they'd be like, this is part of the plan. They're playing 5D chess. You got to know. And you're like, and so many grifters, Seth Abramson, and y'all still follow that man, even though he has done nothing, and nothing he said has been ever proven true. He just aggregates other things smarter people have said and done. And then they're all like, and none of these conspiracies ever really came true. And they're all like, the reality is it's just stupid people exploiting a system with no teeth. But like, we have to believe that there's some sort of like complicated plan, because as I've said before, and as I will keep saying again, because it's easier to believe that than to believe that people voted for the stupidest people imaginable, because then what does that make us?
I'm comfortable with people that huff Trump's farts saying that he's still playing fourth dimensional chess, right? I'm comfortable with folks that are huffing his farts right now, just sticking their mouth up to the muffler of Trump's ass. I'm comfortable with that. It's the folks that like see the emperor has no clothes that are saying this, right? That that this is all part of the plan.
It's like, you don't know. People actually believe. I have a lot of friends in media. I am actually a well-connected person in the media. When Bari was promoted to this job, I was talking to a lot of people on background about this, like, and I heard, people who are high up in newsrooms, big networks, saying like, I'm in meetings, I have these high network bosses being like, yeah, what's the problem? Right. She's gonna do a great job. Like, to have this idea that there was some sort of conspiracy that it was like intentionally trying to bring down CBS is such a like, go touch some grass, go read a book, guys. Like, get your ass off of your polymarket brained takes and go read Tayari Jones's Kin, which is a wonderful book. But seriously, go read a book.
Being an opinions columnist, there's a skill set there. Yep. Running a startup news group, the Free Press, there's a skill set there. Yep. But both of those are not the same skill sets as being like the editorial director of a legacy brand like CBS.
To be clear, the only thing she has been good at is harnessing. The only thing she's been good at is harnessing conservative resentment culture. Right. She wasn't a good opinion columnist because she wasn't a good writer and she wasn't good with facts. But she has always been good at harvesting resentment and profiting off of it. But that's very different on the internet than it is on TV news. Mm-hmm. So
eat shit.
And
Dinguses, where are they now?
Where are they now? Hey, Zach, you want to play a little game?
Lyz, I would love to. That was a better sting than most of CBS News's like musical stings. I'm just saying.
I also
us.
think, no, not you. Hire me, because I think I'd be so good on TV. Put me on The View.
Okay, I would
put me on The View. You can't be on The View. You're not a woman. Speaking of women, this is our last podcast before the end of Women's History Month.
Herstory Month, yes.
Herstory.
Absolutely. No. Right. Yes, of course. What do you got?
So, I'm going to tell the origin story of this game.
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, after we recorded, it was a Friday night after we recorded.
Mm-hmm.
I was lying in bed a little high, and I was like, wow, what if we played a game where I just said, Zach, name women. Name 5 women.
Fuck.
And it was, and then I laughed and laughed. And so today we're going to play a Women's History Month game where we just name some women.
Name some women.
And they have to be famous women. So
are we going to go back and
your
forth?
Mom. No, you have to name 5. And I can name your mom, but you can't name your mom.
Yeah.
And you can't name my mom.
My mom is a famous woman.
Yes.
You get her name out of your mouth.
Nuh-uh. She loves me.
So we're gonna go back. Is it like 1, 2, 1? Oh
no. You have to name 5.
I have to name them all. Okay.
Rapid fire.
Right.
Name 5 women, and then I'm gonna name 5 women.
All right.
That's the game.
That's the game. Okay.
Name 5 women. Okay. I'm gonna count down.
Fuck.
3, 2, 1, go.
Dame Judi Dench. That's a good one, right?
Just name
Frida Kahlo. Marianne Williamson, hilarious. Oprah Winfrey and Megan Thee Stallion.
What?
Boom. What's up?
Eat
shit.
First of all, it took you way too long to name 5 women.
That's true. That's fair. Oh, wait, I couldn't name my mom. That was the first. I was like, first came mom, and then the next one was, of course, my mother, and then Kathy, my mom. So the first 3, you took away my first 3 gets. I liked, I think Dame Judi Dench is a pretty good pool.
You started out strong.
Started out very strong, and then ended I think Megan Thee Stallion, another pretty strong addition to that list. Frida Kahlo, hello.
Marianne Williamson.
Not my best work. I'm still kind of obsessed with Marianne Williamson from her Iowa caucus run in 2020. I was in a room where she was doing yoga, gotta go vote. It was, what an incredible woman. Is she Maha? I feel like she's Maha.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's awful is what you're trying to say. She's awful. And then the thing that like pissed me off the most about her run in the Iowa caucuses was all the people during the Iowa caucuses trying to convince me that she was actually good.
Who was trying to convince you that she was good?
So many people. They'd be like, no, she like supported the gays before. And I was like, that's a real low bar.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point in America, like supporting the gays should be like having Wi-Fi at a hotel.
Well, I don't know.
You should just be doing it.
I don't know. Gavin Newsom's trying to throw some sand in his own record on that piece. So like maybe it's not as settled as we thought. Oof.
Can I name 5 women?
Can you name 5 women, Liz?
Okay.
They can't be my mom. I think it's the only rule that we've made for this game.
It's the only rule. It can't be Kathy Smith.
Can't be Kathy Smith.
It can't be Kathy Smith.
The Kathy Smith is assumed.
Kathy Smith is assumed. Okay. Are you ready for Liz Lenz to name 5 women?
This is why we need like mood light. We need like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire spot. Like, go on, Liz. Name 5 women.
Okay.
I bet you can't. I bet you can't, Elizabeth.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Steady. Let's go. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Carrie Russell, Tayari Jones, Marsha P. Johnson. Eat shit.
Marsha P. Johnson. Good historic pick.
Thank you. Because you know why? Let me look at the camera. Trans women are women. Happy Women's History Month. I think we should probably end.
That'll be ending number 1.
Ending number 1.
Liz, what's causing you joy?
Besides my little weed gummies. Yeah, I've been reading a lot lately.
Okay, cool. What are you reading?
I've been reading this really great book. It's not out yet. It's called The Cruelty of White Folks, by Justin Ellis. I didn't know what to expect when I read it. A friend of mine, I'll name drop here, Kelsey McKinney,
Whoa.
Famous.
So
Kelsey
famous.
McKinney was like, you should read this book. Because her coworker at Defector, Justin Ellis, wrote it. And she's like, I think you really like it. It's a history of Minneapolis. And so I asked for an advanced reader copy. And I didn't know what to expect. I kind of thought it was going to be like a history. And when I finally cracked it open, I couldn't put it down. It is this, it's, I think I'm about halfway through, and it's a beautiful kind of blended memoir about Ellis's family, that is a Black family that came to America, or came to Minneapolis during the Great Migration. It's about how Minneapolis, is in Minnesota is racially progressive, but how progressive is it really? Right. He's already had this really good line about racial hate in Minneapolis coming in the form of strongly worded letters and neighborhood covenants as opposed to burning crosses on the yard. Right. And what's the difference when you get down to it? Right. And, there's so many moments in that book that really are just it's so well written. It's so beautiful. It's getting me it's really cool. So clear-sighted, and it's so interesting. And I feel like it's just pulling back the epidermis of America and really showing you, revealing it to you in a way that you never thought before, or I never thought before. So I'm really loving that book. It's not out yet, but again, pre-orders for books really help authors. And so if you really love an author or you like an idea of a book, smashing that pre-order button helps get it on the radar for libraries, bookstores, all this kind of stuff. Helps publishers actually promote the books. Right. Not to knock publishers or overworked publicists, but publicists get paid nothing. Anyway, the whole point is a pre-order for a book is much like a like and subscribe. It's really a low-level thing that you can do to support a creator that you really like. So pre-order this book. It is amazing. I am loving it. And I feel as though I'm not going to be able to shut up about it. So I really love this book. I'm also,
we can throw the pre-order link in this show
we
notes.
should. We absolutely should. I am obsessed with this book. I also just finished Tayari Jones's Kin, which is why it's the top of my mind right now. My God, I love this book.
Yeah. Tell me about this book.
It's beautiful. It's a story of two friends who are both motherless, one because their mother abandoned them, and the other because her mother was shot by her father in a murder-suicide. And it's really kind of the exploration of segregated Black America and how it took mothers away from generations of Black children. And it's also just this beautiful, compelling story that explores a lot of ideas. I love all these characters, right? And it's just, I love it. I love there's letters, it's just such a well-written book that has such deep, profound, interesting ideas. There's a reason it's in Oprah's book club. Yeah. So I'm really, really loving those books right now. Yeah.
And Kin's already out.
Kin is out right now.
Kin is out. You can order that book right now.
Yeah.
That's
Kin
cool.
is out. You can get it right now. Thank you. Get it from an indie bookstore.
So deep reading is causing you joy.
Yeah. Yeah. Reading books, basic literacy.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. There's a funny guy on the internet that I want to talk about.
Yes.
A comedian. So Druski is a comedian, creator who's been on the internet for a long time. I would have actually put him in a box of comedians that I don't particularly care for, right? He's got he has a lot of spots with Kill Tony, a kind of fan base I don't care for, platform I don't care for, kind of connected to the Rogan universe that we've discussed on the show previously. However, in the same way that you were talking about the craft of the novel, I think Druski just had a really devastating example of character work as craft in his recent video, doing kind of spoofing Erica Kirk, doing a full white girls,
Yes.
doing a full white girls makeup job. I mean, really incredible. And I would have laughed about it had he not just so thoroughly analyzed and nailed so many tiny micro mannerisms, like the little eye twitch, the little
Yeah.
Erica Kirk, like
The horror stare that she has. I love Jesus.
incredible.
Yeah.
He's got that. He's got the little rock and roll hand. I mean,
Yeah.
like the man he just did a tour de force on this thing, and I've got nothing funny to say about it. It's just kind of a remarkable piece of character work, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed by it. Go watch. Also linked in the show notes.
Go
Incredible.
watch it.
Druski killed.
Yeah.
Whoever his makeup person is, like, oh my God.
I have to say, like, I did not know who this comedian was until just a couple days ago when this thing hit the internet, and then it, rose to my algorithm, and immediately I watched it because, like, what's the title? Like, American conservative women be like,
Be
or
like,
something.
yeah,
Yeah, be like. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Whoa, that is good. And it's like, yeah, the face, somebody who should not look like Erica Kirk on any level somehow looks exactly like Erica Kirk. And I literally thought it was like there were some stills like, screenshotted and like being shared around the internet that I saw before, because like typical internet behavior that I saw before I actually saw the video. And I literally thought they were like what people did to JD Vance's face, where like people would like screenshot JD Vance's face and then like make his head a little bigger than his body. I thought that's what people had done to Erica Kirk. Like they were giving her the JD Vance treatment,
Right.
but no. It was just this guy. And I was like, whoa.
No, that's practical effects. That's makeup, baby.
That's old school. That's not even AI.
I'm just like,
that's analog.
It hit me in like when you see Borat for the first time, and and I mean this like positive, right? Like when you see Borat for the first time, and you see like someone doing a character bit so deeply, so Sacha Baron Cohen goes so deep, I'm just it kind of opened me up in a way that like I wasn't expecting. I feel emotional thinking about how good his character work is for Eric Kirk.
Like how
this is a talented man.
How
and
many
like
hours of video did you have to watch for that?
Dear God. So way to go, Druski. Holy shit. What an incredible, what a piece of art that was made.
Yeah. I hope he's in a safe house somewhere.
I hope he's good.
The conservatives are gonna come for him.
And we got to show up for Druski. I can't. I worry. Just based on his background, I worry that like he has some terrible jokes out there. I haven't looked at any of his his background. This was a great. This particular video was incredible.
This is great, and this is like the problem. Like I made Afro Man's whole situation. Like I made the Adams County sheriff.
On the week we're out, I don't get to talk about a motherfucking Afro Man.
But I will say, like then the next week after I make this whole situation the topic of the newsletter, and I knew it was a little dicey, which is why I was like, I'm not going to make Afro Man the good thing.
Right.
But like I'll make the Adams County sheriffs the dingus because I felt like that was safe, because I knew Afro Man was like a little Trump aligned, but he had this interview where somebody asked him like, oh, since you're for the First Amendment, do you support what the president is doing to silence people on the First Amendment? He was like, I don't support everything that the president does, but I do support what he's doing to clean up the bathrooms. Afro Man came out as anti-trans, and I was like, oh man, come on. But you can say that like he did a good thing for the First Amendment.
Mama's lemon pound cake didn't want that.
That's right. And now please stop. So this is like one of those situations where you're like, I really love what you have done. It's like it takes difficult people to do difficult work, and it's going to take difficult people to fully spoof an Erica Kirk, and I appreciate that. And it's like a real let them fight GIF, you know?
I appreciate. I mean, like, I think the thing that I've appreciated about when I've been reading the comments of this podcast, comments in the newsletter, you've got an audience that, like, I think is willing to think really in a nuanced way about, like, kind of what we're talking about here, right? Like,
you think conservative men are willing to think in a conservative?
Audience?
Our audience.
Yes. No, I'm talking about the newsletter's audience.
Oh,
like, I'm always
ours.
I
thought you were talking about Druski's audience, and I was like, oh no, it's just I think that they just would be doing a little misogyny, like, women suck.
I think the Free Press's audience has like some points that we should talk about.
I do hate there's always a thing where people are like, oh, a bad person's a woman. Yeah, I hate that. Bleepity bleep bleep. And it's like, you just hate women.
Yeah, right. It's like, slow down there, Tiger.
Yeah, it's like I made this video making fun of like men in the Epstein list being like, oh, just a little baby and it was an accident. And it's like, oh, you expected us to consider you thought leaders, but now you expect us to consider you like little babies. And like so many people were like, well, what about the women? And it's like, you want me to take that criticism seriously, then I need to take it seriously that you're also upset about like the patriarchy and the way it protects abusers.
But you're not.
You're just here to hate women. Yeah. Please leave.
Yeah, go see yourself out.
Goodbye. Yes.
Thanks for listening. Patreon.com/Lyz Lenz is the home of Dingus of the Week, a Men Yell at Me media production. Love or hate what you heard. Help us keep it coming all year long. Here are some things that you can do to help out.
Please like or subscribe. You can subscribe to us on the YouTubes. You can rate and review us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Share this episode with a friend. It's free for everyone. And last, you can become a patron at just $5 a month. And that helps us keep the show rolling, because I'm serious when I say we are not making a red cent from this.
So let's keep it going, please. And have a dingus of your own. Become part of the show. Send in your voicemail. Have it read on air. Let's listen to it on air and let us chop it up. Go to memo.fm/dingus, record it there. Let us know who's the tragedy. Let us know about the tragedy among us. This true dingus in the snake in the grass.
He's done talking. Hey, Zach, thank you so much for being the producer of this podcast. Thank you so much to Laura Benitez and the Heartache for our jazzy little tune that's going to play us out. And then thank you to me.
Thank you to Lyz.
And thank you to me for being me. Oh, and thank you to Bo for Dingus Madness.
Thank you to Bo. Claps for Bo.
And thank you to Jesus.
And to my Lord and Savior Jesus. Holy Week's next week.
I do not care.
All right. And with that, bye-bye.
Dingus of the week, lost your paddle up shit creek. You're not smart, just an a-hole. Elon's calling from his K-hole. Read those racist tweets, tell lies about vaccines. Perhaps you'll be our dingus of the week. It's a race straight to the bottom, down so deep it's hard to fathom. Fascists all take turns fiddling as the nation burns. Like those history lessons you refuse to learn. Dingus of the week, the country's past its peak. We're all paying for your sin. Might as well let the brainworms win. You're wild, we can't have nice things. Time to bring back the guillotines. And now let's see